Am I the a-hole for canceling Christmas dinner because my husband's secret Santa gift was for his gaming buddy and not me? Oh no. Oh no, I can imagine it. Seeing your beloved one spending some secret time preparing this grand gift, and then it turns out it's not for you. Feels bad, man. I am currently hiding in our bedroom with a bottle of wine while my husband plays video games in the living room, probably telling his online friends how I ruined Christmas. My phone is blowing up with texts from his mom, calling me selfish, and I'm debating whether I should just block her until New Year's. Let me explain what led to this festive meltdown. Oh, 100% no signal. 100%. I think... Oh, you were an ad void? I'm so sorry. Again, the stream is on YouTube as well. If you have a better ad experience on YouTube, feel free to watch instead on YouTube. You can also use the chat on YouTube. It should be visible on stream as well. So, you know. I can post the link to the YouTube stream too. You know. I think you're getting ads on YouTube too, but I think it's not quite as long, maybe. I don't know. Maybe your ad block works better with YouTube, you know. Yes, sure. Like, again, you can also chat there. Your message, I can see the chat, for one, and it should also appear on stream. If it doesn't appear on stream, I will notice. All right. But yeah, anyways, why does it sound like they're writing a B movie? It does sound like they're writing a movie, right? This is a little bit sus. I'm not gonna lie. This first paragraph is a little bit sus. It's almost too well written, right? It's like, but you know, we'll always just take it at face value, and if it's very terrible, we hope it's not real, right? Yes, you are. Welcome back, No Signal, now on YouTube. And yes, your message does appear on stream. Tree Hugger! Holy shit, yes, you did. Wait, but did you actually? Like, I I didn't check, obviously, but were you actually lurking all day? That's crazy. But yeah. Here we are, 13 hours, I think. Technically. Like, there was like a stream break, but yeah. Overall, 13 hours. But yeah, we're now to the Reddit part. I have no clue either, Prince. I'm just like, you know, it's just an option. You were hardcore playing Cult of Lambs? That's fine. I still appreciate the lurk. All right, here we go. Yeah, this does definitely sound like a movie entrance. Almost a little bit too well written, but we take it as face value, right? And we just hope it's not real. For context, I, 28 female, have been married to my husband, 30 male, for 3 years, and we host Christmas dinner every year for his family. This year, I went all out, decorating the house, planning an amazing menu, even hand-making some of the table decorations. Meanwhile, my husband has been too busy with work. Read his online gaming. To help with anything. A few weeks ago, we decided to do a secret Santa gift exchange with his family, including a $100 budget. My husband got assigned me, which I thought was sweet because he could easily get me something thoughtful without needing hints from anyone else. I, on the other hand, got his dad, and I spent weeks hunting down the perfect vintage vinyl record he's been searching for. Fast forward to the day, after spending all morning in the kitchen preparing Christmas dinner, I decided to sneak a peek at the gifts under the tree. That's when I noticed a box with my husband's handwriting addressed to someone named the Warlord. Wait, why is it under their tree though? Confused, I opened it. Yes, I snooped. Sue me. And inside was $150 cut. Wait, how does she know it's that expensive though? I mean, I guess she Googled it. I guess she didn't just open it. She went like full on investigation mode. Wow, Trey, you're almost already that close to platinuming it. Crazy. How many hours do you have in it now? For context, my husband has a gaming buddy he plays with almost every night who goes by the Warlord. But why is their present under the tree? Like, is that friend coming over, that gaming friend? I guess so. I guess they do know each other in real life. I mean, they for that price probably, yeah. At first I thought maybe he got an extra gift for his friend. But then it hit me. He spent more on a gift for his gaming buddy than he did on me, his wife. I checked the gift he got for me and it was a $20 candle. Yes, a candle. With the generic message, Merry Christmas, love, husband's name. I'm not even a candle person. I confronted him immediately. He laughed and said, it's just Secret Santa, not a big deal. Besides, the Warlord and I have been gaming together for years. You wouldn't get it. No apology, no explanation, just excuses about how I'm overreacting and ruining the holiday spirit. Okay, so this story sounds very fake, I'm gonna be honest. Who the fuck? Like, the Warlord sounds like, okay, like, sounds like the fakest my husband's gaming friend name ever. Oh, so you're using YouTube to fall asleep anyway, Signal Exa. That's very fitting. Yeah. Yeah, the candle is set, but also like I don't know, like there's a lot of stuff that feels off about the story. I'm not saying it's all false, and maybe she just used the Warlord as a name to not use the real nickname. That could be it, because nobody goes by the Warlord. Yeah, something like that, exactly. I thought the story would be different. Also, this sounds like... Okay, so this sounds like the Secret Santa thing is the only gift he's giving her, right? I thought the Secret Santa thing was something on top, right? On top of their normal gift giving. She looked at the Secret Santa gift, which was like very tiny. And to be fair, it is a bit like shitty if they agreed on $100 budget, which is pretty high for Secret Santa. But if they agreed for $100 budget, it is shitty to get something for $20. It is it is high budget, but still, they agreed on $100. He got his candle for $20. It's shitty. It's definitely shitty. But I'm also wondering, like, is this actually the only gift, or does he have something else? Because this is the Secret Santa thing. I don't know. I feel like the person writing this is real and has a real problem with her husband gaming, but I feel like some stuff here is missing or off, and it's also too well written. But we'll take it as at face value, and obviously if we take it at face value, of course the husband is the a-hole, but I feel like there is quite a bit off about this story. So, wait, we're missing a little bit here, I think. Just excuses about how I'm overreacting and ruining the holiday spirit. At that point, I'd had enough. I walked back to the kitchen, packed up the food, and told him Christmas dinner was cancelled. His mom and sister started blowing up my phone, accusing me of being petty, but honestly, I don't even care. I'm not about to serve dinner to a man who thinks his online buddy deserves more effort than his wife. So here I am drinking wine in my pajamas, while the ham I spent hours glazing sits untouched in the fridge. Am I the a-hole for canceling Christmas dinner and making a point? Or should I have just sucked it up and let the warlord win this one? But yeah, the start of the post is like, oh, I'm so-and-so, and you're probably wondering how I got here. That is like the start of this post. I'm currently hiding in our bedroom with a bottle of wine, and you're probably wondering how I got here. That is like... Yeah, I think canceling like the whole thing is rough. Punishing the whole family over the husband's shortcomings is rough. Here's what I think would have been better is, instead of like canceling the whole thing, you just leave. Yeah, you just leave. Like, leave the food in the fridge. If they prepare it themselves, they can like prepare it themselves. Maybe take it with you, but I think that's already like a little bit too far. But just leave. Like, just be like, if you're like very angry and like, just leave and, don't participate. Yeah, 100% she should not take it out on the family. I think normally like I'm the person to always like, to never like let stuff like that affect the rest of the family. Like, whenever I was like, having a fight with a partner or something, and we were like at a family event, I wouldn't show any of it, right? Like, nada. I would never like ruin like a occasion because of it, right? And I still wouldn't do that. I would just like, suppress it and like just, like not like A, you don't want to involve family, etc., and B, you don't want to ruin an occasion, a gathering because of that, right? So yeah, I would definitely like not, but I do get that she like, she prepared the food and everything, and I think that we should acknowledge that. She prepared like this food for the whole family, and probably his family from how I'm reading it. And he's disrespecting her, right? So I get the feeling of like, I put all this work in and it's not being respected. So I don't think I would be mad if she was just like gonna be like, okay, I'm not gonna participate in this, right? I'm gonna have Christmas instead with a close friend of mine, or my family, stuff like that. I think that would be fine. I wouldn't be too mad with that, right? Because I do get that dynamic. I wouldn't be like that, I would always like suck it up and still try to have the best evening for the family, right? Because I wouldn't wanna like ruin a family occasion over this. But yeah. Sounds like the warlord should step up and host and sleep with the husband. Warlord definitely has had game if he's like, also a headset. Why a headset? I don't know. Like, am I weird for being like, a headset feels like a poor gaming gift? Like, everybody has a headset at this point, right? I mean, if Warlord's headset broke down, he probably buys one the very next day, right? I feel like a headset is a poor gaming gift for gaming bros. There's so many cooler things. You don't? Do you never like voice with people? Or also like, so if your headset broke down today, you would just be okay with that? With not having any sound? With not having any mic? Like, what I'm thinking, like, for gaming gifts is, like, what's way cooler is, like, actual, like, figures, If it was, like, actual, like, Warhammer figures or some shit, right? That would be badass and cool. That would be worthy of Warlord. I think this husband failed both his wife and Warlord, is what I'm saying. He's just terrible at making presents, obviously. A candle and a headset? Alright. Let's see if we find some... Ooh, top 5% wisdom here. Wait, okay, no. Apparently we have to read everything to understand the top 5% wisdom. I just deal with my mic cutting out and static blasting in my ears. I've gotten used to it. Okay, what if your mic wasn't just cutting out but not working at all anymore, right? But okay, I get your point. A new headset would be a good present for you because you, for some reason, not willing to replace a clearly broken headset. Alright. I bet they already are. Men don't go all out on gifts for someone they're not receiving any kind of gratification from. Alright, what do the men in chat say about this one? Okay, you didn't talk to anybody in years. Okay. Well, I guess that's fair then. Alright, how are the boys in chat feeling about this one? Not going all out on gifts. I mean, okay, to be fair though, any kind of gratification is true, right? But like, this is true for everyone, of course. The gratification can also be seeing how the person like receives the gift and is so happy to receive that gift, right? What happened on Gay Station stays on Gay Station. Wait. The gaycation. The gaycation story. I know it's not about the gift, but still. Yeah. She doesn't feel... I know, but still, this is so funny. But yeah. I thought what happened on gaycation stayed on gaycation. Yeah. There is another Reddit story about the gaycation. It's actually a hilarious story. You must surrender to the gaycation or be destroyed by it. But I thought gaycation could only happen at high... Oh no! Oh god, they're mixing two Reddit stories here. Oh god. But yeah, anyways. Condolences. It appears this has been building. Over or not the a-hole. Are you following through with more? Counseling? Separation? Best of luck. I read your post from 3 days ago and you need to really think about what you're doing in this marriage because your husband is a gaming addict who takes you for granted. It doesn't sound as if he even likes you. Not the a-hole for cancelling the dinner. Clearly you are hurt that none of your efforts are reciprocated and you are feeling a certain way. But what are you going to do next? That's the big question because your husband sounds like a disrespectful child and I wouldn't want to live my life like that. Perhaps OP should answer one of his mommy's texts with the ham is in the fridge, the idiot is probably on the couch, take them both. Yeah, I don't know, like people are on her side with canceling the whole thing. And I think she has the right to, I get that. But also, yeah, I also wouldn't have cancelled the whole thing. Alright. Am I the a-hole for refusing to let my brother-in-law move into our guest house after you screwed us over financially? Am I the a-hole for refusing to pay for my... Actually, I really do wanna now like read the gaycation one. So you guys get the Wait, what is this story? This is not... Hell no? Wait, do you know the gaycation story? Or are you just, you know, are you... Trigger, are you implying you're homophobe? Can't you handle a little gaycation story? Wait, I don't know. It's maybe not in. Oh, there we go. Here it is. Here it is. Okay, Triager. Fasten your seatbelts. This is a good one. I don't think it is what you think it is. Like, I think you think something else of it. Good. Good. Alright. Because honestly, this story is disrespectful to the gays. So, you know. My 23 boyfriend, me 23 female, boyfriend 25 male, wants to go on an annual gaycation where he becomes gay for a week. Is this normal? Me and my boyfriend have been dating for 1 year, but recently he suggested something that astonished and confused me. He wants to go on a 1 week gaycation with his best friend later this year, and he wants to make it an annual thing. I had never heard of this, but he tells me it is when straight guys go on a trip and become gay for the duration of that trip and are straight again when they come back. He says that during this trip, he and his friends would basically look for other guys to have sex with, but that it wouldn't count because it would not be emotional, just physical, and that what happens on a gaycation doesn't count in the real world anyways. Naturally, I asked my boyfriend if he was gay or maybe bisexual, but he acted offended when I said this and said it was just an annual 1 week bit of fun and that there was nothing gay about it, especially since it was only 1 week a year. I don't know how to feel about this. It has caused quite a bit of argument with us. He insists it's just normal and a lot of straight guys do it. This is my first serious boyfriend. Oh god, no. That part I did not know, didn't remember. And aside from this one new issue, everything has been great. Guys, you think she's alright? Like, you guys, you think this relationship is alright? I mean, everything has been great besides this one tiny issue. Is it normal for straight guys to pretend to be gay for a week? Am I overreacting? Should I try to make a compromise? I'm very confused by this. Wait, how old is she? 23. She is pretty young. It definitely sounds like it was taken from a sitcom. And this honestly sounds so wild and dumb that it sounds real. Right? This sounds so wild and dumb that it sounds real. What did I just read? That is so not normal, and I do not know any straight people who do this. Last weekend I accidentally paid $40 to attend a gay orgy. Met a few guys at a strip club from out of town, and they said they heard about this all nightclub that was all you can drink. I admit I was pretty drunk, so I figured why not. I didn't really know what to expect at an all-night club, and I get in and grab some drinks. Some guy started shutting me up, and I thought, oh, this is great, I'm making friends. He asked me if I wanted to go to the VIP upstairs? I said, absolutely. We get upstairs, and this is no exaggeration. I see a minimum of 50 guys blowing each other and engaging in anal sex. Oof. Turns out I'm at a gay bathhouse that fronts as an EDM party. I stop in my tracks and immediately go back downstairs. I take a look at the dance floor, and it's a bunch of shirtless men grinding on each other. There were some women there, but they were few and far between. Well, I then have to urinate, so I go to the restroom. Guess what is going on there? Yep, more gay sex. So I'm in a pickle. It's like 4 a.m. What do? I text my girlfriend. Oh god, no, he has a girlfriend too. Who was out of town, and tell her this unbelievable story about where I was. I was torn whether or not to leave because in my mind, yes, this is a gay orgy, but this is an all-you-can-drink gay orgy. And right now I have nowhere better to be. Poor girlfriend, holy shit. I have heard that before, that, you know, like a few, like, I've heard before how women actually like to go to gay clubs because they won't be approached by, you know, they won't be flirted with. I have heard that before. Totally normal guy experience happens to me frequently as well. But yeah, no, I've actually heard of this, that girls do like to go to gay clubs because they won't get, like, bothered by guys, basically. Luckily for me, while I was in line for more drinks, I befriended a heterosexual couple that was also misinformed about where they were going. We buddied up and hung out for a few hours and just kind of took in the absolute hilarity of what was going on around us. We even ventured to the dance floor just to observe this once-in-a-lifetime experience up close. Obviously, not a gaycation, but definitely the gayest thing that my straight ass has ever been involved in. Someday, if I ever run for public office, this is going to be a fun one to explain. It really wasn't what it sounds like. I was lied to by some guys at a strip club. Also, my girlfriend got a big kick out of this whole thing. Okay, you got a cool girlfriend. That's nice. Google's just not giving me enough results to believe that last one. You mean this one with the gaycation? I mean, obviously this is like... I think the story is real. I think the boyfriend is full of shit, right? No, this is just a comment story in the comments. I think the boyfriend is full of shit, clearly, right? Like, if you thought you would find something about the gaycation, no, the boyfriend is full of shit, or, like, you know, his friends talked him into something, who knows. But, like, obviously the gaycation is not real, but I think the story is real, that because it's so dumb, you know, and the way it's written, it sounds very authentic, to be honest. Like, you know, like, obviously the gaycation isn't real. Obviously this isn't how it works. I think the boyfriend is full of shit, or, you know, his friends are full of shit. I mean, yeah, no, doesn't have to be for this story to be real, right, Prince? The story is about this girl and her boyfriend telling her about this gaycation, which is obviously bullshit. It doesn't exist. Nobody ever thought it existed. Nobody ever thought it was a thing. Besides our unfortunately very gullible girlfriend here. She asked if it's actually a thing. No, of course the gaycation isn't real, but the story is real, I think. We obviously don't know for sure, but it sounds so dumb and authentic that it sounds real. Maybe some people in the comments too, yeah. I don't know. I think their boyfriend is full of shit, or... Oh, sorry. Does this make... It definitely does make sound, but yeah. Okay, but yeah, it's, you know. I do it with my buddies, but every 2 years or so, not every year. OP's boyfriend is certainly on the colorful side of the spectrum. If you're serious, yeah, of course I'm not serious. No straight men do this shit. Yeah, 0 straight guys do it. Yeah. I've never even heard of gaycation as a thing. Tried Googling and no one knows what it is. OP, your BF is either trolling, bi, or gay. Oh, right. Wait, actually. What if the boyfriend isn't gay and he's planning to cheat with women, but they turn it into this gaycation because they think, you know, then like it doesn't even come to mind that this could be about women, this trip. It's hella stupid. But I could see that too. Yeah, I could see that too. They are looking for women to have fun with and make up a story about some gay week for their own girlfriends. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you, but sure, Prince. You know, I'll give you this one. This is your Christmas present. But yeah, um, it would be a too. But obviously, like the boyfriend is full of shit. Full of shit. All right. I'm kind of curious on this one now, though. Am I the a-hole for slamming the door on the woman who kept trying to open the bathroom door? I was in the bathroom at a restaurant that has 2 private bathrooms. Here I am sitting patiently, finishing peeing when someone knocks on the door and tries to open it. I tell them sorry, it's occupied. Then 5 seconds later, they try it again. Now I say it louder. Sorry, it's occupied. And coughed really loud to let them know very obviously it was full. Then this woman tried opening the door 3 more times. I only know it was a woman because I put my pants on, opened the door to take a look at her and slammed it in her face. I feel like even with the AC on, you could hear an adult yelling repeatedly not to come in. And doubly take the hint when the door is fucking locked. Edit, I'm worried it was multiple people back to back now, but it wasn't that long between tries. Actually, yeah, it was probably just different people trying. It was actually probably just different people trying to get in. Oh my god. Yeah. It was, I mean, and that's common, right? You're in a public place and then like, you know, you're like occupied and then the person goes away, the next person comes. It's very, very common. So it's kind of silly that she didn't even think of that when she was at the bathroom. I guess she's not out very often. I had something similar happen to me. Okay, I was on a construction job out of town with 3 other guys staying in a rental house. We were all playing video games on our day off. Game finished, I went to one of the 3 bathrooms in the house. One of the guys tries to get in multiple times. I tell him I'm in there. He tries again. Tell him I'm in there. Tries again. I finish, open the door, yelling, "What the fuck, dude?" Oh, I didn't know someone was in there. The closed, locked door with someone yelling I'm in here wasn't a fucking clue, you fucking idiot. High as a kite, yeah. Yeah, that one, you know. Maybe she had a bathroom emergency, but that's not your problem. I mean, I don't agree with this stance, to be honest. But if there is someone with a bathroom emergency, they should speak up. Why so many people need it? I mean, in a restaurant, people come and go. Like, many people also just go in to you know, go to the toilet. But yeah, I think there is a good chance. I think there is a good chance actually that it was different people. Wait, how do I? No, not all of Reddit. No, I just went back to filtered Sims. Just keep knocking this occupied stall until he gets pissed and blasts you. All right. Let's get in another story. Am I the a-hole for telling my sister I didn't get her pregnant? This sounds like rage bait, right? This is not real, right? Edit, I didn't know how weird the title was, sorry. Okay. Okay, I think this is not about the sister's pregnancy. Did he really not know, or did he clickbait? My sister 17. Oh my god. Imagine like this wasn't here and you just like you're reading this title and it starts with the 17-year-old sister. Oh my god. My sister 17 is giving me a hard time and it's quite annoying because she acts like people are supposed to do what she says. But that's not right. If I don't listen to her, then she will get mad and try to gaslight me. OP 16 female. Okay, 2 sisters. Oh, okay. Okay, the whole the whole context has shifted. Okay. I thought after it was like, oh, this isn't about like after it was like, oh, I didn't know how weird this title was. I thought, okay, maybe it's the brother talking about his own girlfriend, but now it's about 2 sisters. So I guess, I don't know, maybe she told her wrong things about how to protect yourself. Backstory, typical older spoiled brat, but usually the younger ones are the more spoiled ones. My sister got pregnant by her boyfriend, 22. Okay. That is a bit of an age gap. At that age, that is a significant age gap. Like later on, not so much, but at that age, it's a pretty big age gap. Or whatever she wants to call him. I think the relationship is gross. I was shocked because she's still young. Our parents were mad at her and still are. My mom wanted my sister to finish school, but she dropped out instead. I wish she finished because she had 1 year left. This wasn't good though. My mom told my sister that she is the one responsible for the baby and she will not be helping. She meant it because even though she's a grandma, she wasn't helping. Oh god. Oh, what a little horror family here. My mom told my sister her boyfriend should be helping since he is the father. I mean, that's true too. Yes, she holds the baby sometimes to soothe him. She is still strict on my sister. My mom told my sister if she doesn't stop seeing her boyfriend, then she won't help, and she meant it. My mom was going to charge him, but my sister puts up a fight. I mean, if he doesn't help, he should be paying child support. Why is the sister fighting this? It does sound like she's being like gaslit by the guy and like she's scared of losing him, you know, when mom is asking for his for money for child support. Times have changed. So are you saying it's now the older ones that are spoiled, or is that what you're saying, that times have changed in that regard? Okay. I feel like if my sister stopped trying to call him, then my mom would help. Back to what I was saying. After the baby came, her whole personality changed. At first, she didn't even want the baby. She was refusing to feed him, and he's only a week old. She feeds him every day and changes him, but whenever I'm about to do something, she wants to call me so she can nap. I would help feed him and bath him sometimes, but she started to overdo it. I felt like the parent. She gets mad at everyone. She verbally abuses me by saying hurtful stuff to me. Last week, she told me I should die. Like, imagine your own sister, man. This one's really dark. Imagine your own sister saying that to you. Her boyfriend doesn't contact to see the baby, even though she calls him a million times. I've been trying to have a good Christmas break, but my sister is here. I was going to stay home, but decided I was going ice skating with my friends. When my sister heard I was leaving, she rushed to boss me. She told me I should change the baby diaper and fill up the bottles, but that wasn't my job. I did not want to spend my Christmas break taking care of a baby. I told her she should do it because I have somewhere to be. That's when she told me I'm the aunt, so I shouldn't complain. I didn't like how she tried to use that. I told her I didn't get her pregnant and it's the father job also. Am I the a-hole? Yeah, this one's really dark and everybody sucks. I mean, no, she doesn't suck. Everybody else sucks. Everybody else but the poor 16-year-old sucks. But yeah, the title is crazy. Am I the a-hole for telling my sister I didn't get her pregnant? And then you read my sister's 17 and you're like this one sounds very real too. Like it's poorly written. It sounds like a 16-year-old wrote this. It's very sad, very dark, kinda, you know. And yet the mom not helping. Jesus. It also sounds like, so here's the thing, right? It sounds like she's only calling the boyfriend who isn't even answering the phone anyways. She's only 17. I honestly think the mom is, like, if she was a full-grown adult, sure. But I actually think at this point the mom should, like, be more supportive and should also force the issue with the child support, etc. Because the daughter is only 17. The daughter is just like dumb and a kid, you know? Tweak if you think, and that's my sister, yeah. I like the mom sucks. The mom sucks a lot. And the sister sucks too, obviously. But to be honest, she's only 17. She's almost legally, you know, an adult. But still, like, the mom should still, like, be supporting her way more here. Like, sure, you can be mad that your daughter fucked up and, you know, got pregnant, but at the end of the day, she's not an adult yet. And the least thing I think she should do is make sure that guy pays the child support for her daughter. Do that at least for your daughter, you know? But yeah. Pretty dark story. But yeah, obviously the OP, not the a-hole, is not her baby. Too much context missing. There is a lot of context missing, I agree. But a 17-year-old girl is not an adult. Never an adult. I wasn't an adult. I moved out and worked with 17, but I wasn't an adult. Yeah, Prince, but doesn't really matter because I get that, some kids, like, it's not always just the parents' fault, right? I know. Like, if you look at, like, the most vicious people alive, like serial killers and shit, right? Some of them have the most normal parents in the world, right? Like, we always like to think, oh, it's some deep trauma, right, caused by the parents. No, there is like some awful humans being born, and it's not the parents' fault. Okay, I get that, which is why I get that she doesn't necessarily need to take on the mother role for this baby. But since the daughter is not 18, she is still responsible for the daughter. So the least she needs to do or teach the daughter, like, is to get that child support. 100%. Doesn't matter how awful this daughter is. The daughter is not an adult. So the mom is still responsible. It's simple as that, right? I get it, But you can't just ignore your responsibility as a parent. That is also definitely a way. Yeah, if your daughter cannot take care of the child, then yes, the responsibility would go as far as taking the baby away. Yes. But yeah, all I'm saying is, like, at the end of the day, even if the daughter sucks, she's not an adult, so you're still irresponsible as a parent. And this is why you might want to reconsider having kids. You might have a little nightmare on your hands. The risk is there. Right? And you'll be responsible until they're adults. That is a fact, right? The mom is responsible, no matter whether... It doesn't matter if the daughter is, like, horrible or not, right? The mom is still responsible. Sucks, but it is what it is, Damn, this one sounds violent. I want something that sounds funny. I'm researching this only. You cannot, like, you can disown her, but you still cannot just kick out your daughter that isn't an adult without, like, I don't know, like, I think, like, you cannot just like this give up your responsibility if she's not an adult. But there is ways for kids to become independent before they're 18. Like, I have read into that a little bit, at least over here there is ways. But it's not because the parents just say, I don't want to take care of the kid anymore, right? If the parents are incapable of taking care of the kid anymore, the kid is given over to the government, right? But, like, pawn them off on relatives. Yeah, that's the last resort. But there is cases in which a kid can be declared basically independent before 18, Usually that's because like maybe their parents died or they have nobody else, but the state still determines that they are ready to be self-sufficient, right? Stuff like that. It can also be requested by the kids if the parents are for other reasons not able to take care of them. Fake your death. All right. Oh shit. Oh god. My husband said that if he ever had to choose to let either me or his parents' dogs live, he'd choose the dogs. Okay, this one sounds incredible. Bad update. So there's an update as well. I posted all of this on True of My Chest and it got deleted. Why did it get deleted though? Wait, this is 7 hours ago? Wait, I don't understand. Okay, wait. So which one? I think this one. It sounds like this one is the first one. We already know the answer to this one. It still sounds so fucking funny. How did the husband, like, even if he truly, even if that's how he feels, right? How are you so dumb to give that as your answer? I need to know. All right. My husband said if he ever had to choose to let either me or his parents' dogs live, he'd choose the dog. By the way, though, I also think these kind of questions are giga stupid. Like being like, you know, it screams insecurity. Well, I don't know if it screams insecurity, but like they're dumb, right? Like, oh, would you let me or your parents die? You know, would you let me or your dog die? I don't know. It's just dumb. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's. I really want to know how and the husband replied this. Yeah. Um. This was True of My Chest. Yeah, okay. My husband is watching 2 out of 4 of his parents' golden retrievers during Christmas. So 2 of them are here at our apartment. They are old and sweet, and one of them can barely walk. I've always loved his parents' dogs, and I love on them when they are here. Is that normal to say that? That sounds so weird. I love on them. I know I've heard this expression before, but not with pets. I don't know, it just sounds weird. I'm sorry. I mean, all about cuddling and hugging dogs. I love dogs, but you know. The other night, though, he let me know that it is priority that the dogs, well, mainly one dog, since the other can't get on there, get to sleep on the bed, and I'll either need to sleep on the guest bed or move my legs for the dog. Maybe. I asked why they couldn't sleep on the guest bed or floor. Literally, yeah, why can't they sleep on the guest bed? I mean, if they really need to sleep on a bed, why not the guest bed to them? Literally anywhere else. He said because they are used to always sleeping with him. He was single and living with it, so he's basically saying he wants to sleep with the dogs instead of her. He was single and living with his parents until he met me at age 34. So the dogs slept on his bed highly and were his rock. We got married last February and he left the dogs at his parents. Did she not want the dogs? Is that why he left them? It's a queen bed and the golden is huge, so he takes up most of it. He also won't move when gently pushed, and likes to place himself in the middle of the complete left side of the bed. My husband told me not to make him move or shove him, but to work around him. When I gently laid my leg on top of the dog, he said it was too heavy for the dog. I'm thin and my leg is very light. Mind you, if it's too heavy for the dog will get up. They're not that weak. A golden retriever, of all things, is not that weak. Mind you, my husband then got to sleep stretched out on his bed. The first morning I woke up on my side wanting to die. The dog's massive weight had contorted the bed in just enough of a way to bend my back backwards and make me think I was literally having a double kidney infection. I must have slept in a semi-backbent position all night. Last night I asked him to switch places with me, and he did so to prove a point. 5 minutes after laying on the gravity-inducing sinking hole of the dog's half of the bed, my husband wails in pain like something sharp had stabbed him in the back. He changed positions, but I insisted he sleep on the dog side with the dog because I was so sore. Before we went to sleep, I was listening to him whisper sweet nothings to the dogs. I'm not the weird, jealous type over dogs. I grew up with 2 Goldens and a Shih Tzu, and I truly adore dogs, but he wouldn't even touch me when they are around. That's true, Prince, but generally, if it's golden retrievers are not like these little fragile, chihuahuas. They're they're pretty big dogs and pretty strong dogs. Definitely in better physical shape than the average human, They 100% fill his emotional cup. Sometimes we will be out at a restaurant or something and he'll stare off with teary eyes. When I ask what's up, he says he misses his dogs. Why did but I truly don't know. Listen, I could never give away my pets. I could never. Unless the only reason I would give away my pets is if I truly couldn't care for them, right? And not just that, I truly couldn't care for them and I knew someone who could take better care of them, right? That's the only, but I also wonder why. What happened? Why did they not keep the dogs? Did she not want them? If she didn't want them, then this could be actually a long-lasting thing where he basically blames her, right? She said she didn't want that to keep them and he just blames her, and this is just the relationship was basically ruined from the start. I would never for a partner, if a partner said oh, you have to I would never, because I could never forgive. First of all, I would never want to be with a partner that does that, right? That puts that choice in front of me. And second of all, then I would never forgive myself, right? And I would never forgive them. And it's just so much hate that's created there in that moment. Multiple times I was asked him what he's indeed thought about, and he says, his dogs. I asked him if he wanted to snuggle, and he said no. He kept making comments about how he's sad his dogs don't have more room. I've noticed I've had this increasing awareness that he might 100% value his dogs more than me. Yeah, they do, Prince. I agree. They do. He sounds extremely again, he made this choice. He made the choice of leaving the dogs with his parents, right? And now he's being an absolute fucking baby over it, right? But also, again, it seems I think she had probably influence on that decision too? I don't know. Also, it sounds okay. Actually, it sounds like he lived at home with his parents until they like got together when he was like 34. He never left home. That is to me a red flag too, you know? That is to me absolutely a red flag too. He's never been independent. And he still isn't, right? He still is like, oh, I miss my dogs, right? Like I don't know. So, okay, maybe that's the reason. Maybe the dogs are his parents' dogs. Yeah, I think that's it. And he left home. He finally moved out from his parents. It's not even his dogs. It's his parents' dogs. Right. Now it makes sense. Oh my god. And he's like, it's not even his dogs. Now it's upsetting me. I think all you need to know is this guy is very much like, this guy was single until he 34 and living with his parents until he was 34. Got married, they lived together. He's missing his dogs so much. Whenever the dogs come over, the wife is forced to sleep in the guest bed because the dogs get the bed. And then wait for it. Sometimes we will be out at a restaurant or something and he'll stare off with teary eyes. When I ask what's up, he says he misses his dogs. Multiple times I will ask him what he's in deep thought about, and he says his dogs. But yeah, this story just got so much worse with the realization, like, it's not his dogs, it's his parents' dogs, right? He moved out from home, so the dogs are with his parents. It's not even like really his dogs. Like, I get it, I loved my family dog too, but, and I love pets, but it's not the same. Your parents' pets or family pets is not the same bond and like responsibility than your own pets. If they were birds, I would understand. No, I truly think there's a massive difference between like your family pets that are kind of like your parents' pets and your own pets, right? Because the first time you actually get like your own pets, you take full responsibility for them. And you will protect them, right? And like I said this earlier, I would never ever like, you know, give up my pets. Like if a partner was like, oh, you need to give it, I would never do it, right? But also it would be show that it's probably a shitty partner, right? Like the only reason would be I couldn't take care of them anymore. That's the only thing. And like I knew someone who could take better care, right? Like it's the only thing. Yeah, I think he just never grew up, exactly. But like, he's basically not independent. But yeah, okay. But we'll go on. But we'll read the rest of it here. I asked him if he wanted to snuggle, and he said no. He kept making comments about how he's sad his dogs don't have more room. I've noticed I've had this increasing awareness that he might 100% value his dogs more than me. I explained this away to myself as being logical, as we've only been married since February. Of course he likes the dogs more. We've only been married since February. Perfectly normal. Yeah, perfectly normal. Makes sense. A signal. Yes, thank you for hanging out and, get some good food. Oh, yeah. And also, no, you're right. Sometimes you can't afford to move out. I get it, right? But it is still a red flag. I'm sorry. It is what it is, right? I get that there are situations where it is what it is, right? And people are forced to live together. But for a relationship, it is still a red flag. It won't change that, because at the end of the day, if you never have like your own space, and I'm like fully independent, right? Also, I'm not saying you can't be independent living with your parents. There is way to be independent living with your parents. It's still a red flag, but this red flag might be invalidated, right? But it is inherently, it is a red flag, because usually the majority of people that live with their parents for that duration, they will never learn to be independent, right? And be responsible for themselves, right? But of course there is examples where it doesn't work otherwise, and also there's also example where people still learn to be responsible and learn to be self-dependent, like independent and dependable, be dependable, while living with their parents, right? I'm not saying it doesn't exist, but still, it's a red flag. But a red flag doesn't mean it's a confirmed fact, right? It's a confirmed fact of it being bad. Yeah, there's also like it's also a culture thing, of course. Like there's cultures where it's very perfectly normal to live like with your big family for very long. Yes, you can on the stream you can see the YouTube messages. Like for example, right now Signal has written on YouTube. Yeah, sure. I do appreciate it. But yeah, I wish you a beautiful Christmas Eve and actual Christmas tomorrow. Yeah, exactly. Maybe an orange flag. In those cultures, parents teach the kids about, yeah, true. Exactly. Yeah. In those cultures, because it's normalized in those cultures, they also teach about that, basically. Yeah. If you want to, like, catch the YouTube chat, you need to, like, look at the stream chat, basically. And there is a little icon indicating it. But yeah. Alrighty. I explained this away to myself as being logical, as we've only been married since February. It's like insane. And sad. Very sad. This is very sad. For context, I grew up always putting others first and valuing myself as less inherently than those around me. Church taught me that God wants us to put others before ourselves, and I spiraled. This seems silly, but an example of this is that I would show up to church with my family and there would be one donut left. My blood sugar was routinely low and I'd helped my 3 little brothers get ready so I didn't have time to eat. I would let whatever old person have the last donut. I would go completely sweaty and black out. But this was the extreme fear I developed over putting myself first. Back to the scene in bed. It's not what you think, chat. This scene in bed is not what you think. Yeah, it sounds like she also never grew up. Indeed. I finally said, kind of joking, that I feel sometimes like he loves his dogs more than me. He got quiet. Like I said, I was kind of joking at first, but this silence was silent. I said, oh my God, do you? Silence. Are you serious? He finally sighed and said, well, they are my babies. They're my everything. No, they're not. They're not. They're your family dogs. They're your parents' babies. They're your parents' babies. They are your parents' babies, okay? I get it. I had a family dog too. You think it's yours, but you grow up and you realize it's your parents' dog. Obviously, the dogs love you too. You're part of the family. You were part of the pack. You were part of the pack. But at the top is the parents. The silence was silent. Yeah. Yeah, it's like his brother. They're not your babies. I was completely silent, stunned. I'm also aware that love for dogs and human love are not the easiest things to have compared in a question like this. But it seems he wasn't aware of that because the boy knew how to answer. Yeah, I agree. Like, it is difficult. Like, and I would feel a bit more empathy if it was actually his dogs. Right? I would feel a bit more empathy because, like, the sort of responsibility you feel for your actually, like, your own pets that you know, you decide to become owner of, right? That sort of responsibility is like next level for sure. Like, and I feel that very strongly too. But also, I would never give those away, right? Like, it's, you know. I asked if he was serious, and he said yes. I pushed it further because of course I did. I had to know the extent of this unsettling answer. I asked if a gun was to either my head or the dog's heads. Would he choose me or the dogs? He got quiet again and told me that's not a fair question because that would never happen. What the fuck? I mean, I kind of agree. I think these questions are stupid, but yeah. Yeah, I don't... I think the question is dumb, but yeah. And like, again, if it was actually his dogs, I would feel more empathy here because, like, I feel, of course, this heavy responsibility towards my birds too, right? Like, so in many situations, the birds would come first for me too. Not for partner situation though, but, like, you know, still in many situations they would come first because I've promised, like, you know, to take care of them, and like that does come with, like, and obviously, like, you know, they're birds, they're perfect little feather balls, they have to come first. Now Chad has to ask me now if there's a gun to the head of Chad and a gun to the head of the birds. Who do I choose? But yeah, anyways, just pull it. So I insisted on my hypothetical question because now I was just shell-shocked. He finally admitted that he would choose to let me die over the dogs. Oh, and my daughter, his stepdaughter. I mean, he would probably love his wife more than his stepdaughter, to be fair, especially when they're married so shortly, when they're, like, not that long together, but yeah. He said he'd choose to let both me and my daughter die over his parents' dogs. I was visibly upset and shocked at how serious he was answering. I said, "Do you even love me?" He got quiet. I asked again. Silence. He could see I was horrified and tearing up. He finally got annoyed and said of course he does, and that he only hesitated because it was a stupid question. He then said he was kidding about the dog stuff and only answered that way to show me those were stupid questions. Only, guys, he wasn't kidding. I really believe no part of that was a joke. I know joking, he was not kidding at all. Divorce this loser. The Reddit answer, top 5%. Do we believe that this guy, top 5%, when we look at his comments, it's all like just him going into threats and being like, divorce this loser? Do we believe he's a top 5% with posting exactly this comment into like several threats? Yeah, exactly. No, 100%. I said this actually before we read the story that we already know, like, the title. My husband said if I ever had to choose to let either me or his parents' dogs live, he'd choose the dogs. Right? And again, it's his parents' dogs. It's not his dogs. Like, we already know the outcome, but I was just so curious to why he would ever say it, right? Why would he ever say that? Like, even if you truly feel like that, why would you say that? They kind of fit together, though, two losers. They do. I do agree. In a way, they do fit. I can see it. We're finding out now. Okay. Okay. Apparently, there is more to Mr. Top 5%. Ha! No! Wait, no. This is the one we're looking at right now, right? Wait! No! I was right! This is two different ones. This is the Christmas dinner one. I was about to be like, okay, this, you know what, guys, I was wrong. There is more to being the top 5% on Reddit, okay? But I was right. Here we go. Number 2, can we find a number 3? If we can't find a number 3, then, I'll still be like, But actually the formatting might be new too. So I'm just looking a little bit closer. Wait, oh, it's shit. It will go on forever. Okay. It's only 2. Okay, it's only 2. But maybe it's the other way around. He fair and square earned his top 5% and now he's gotten lazy. Anyways, also, so this is the update. I mean, obviously, everybody is like, divorce. Divorce the... Wait, is this divorce the motherfucker? But yeah, anyways, let's read the update. So I've been reading all of your comments and obviously gaslighting myself on if he was joking. He doubled down yesterday morning and said he only answered that way because I was being ridiculous. I don't know, I still felt uneasy about everything. You've put up the neon light! Nice! Congrats. For some nice Christmassy look. Though maybe not, I guess, depending on like the colors. My comment was so mean and you just agree. I mean, no, it might have been mean, but facts are facts, Last night I was like sick, exhausted. My throat was swollen, my back hurt, and I had gotten 2 hours of sleep the night before. When I went to go to sleep, this time both dogs were on the bed. I asked if he could lift the dog that can't walk well to the floor since that's where he likes to sleep as he can't get on or off the bed alone. He got up to try to gently move him to the floor, but the golden didn't much prefer it, so my husband instantly gave up. Now, mind you, the dog is literally taking up the lower left corner, 1/4 or more of the bed. I asked if he could gently insist the dog get on the floor. He explained that he will need to move to the floor later in the night, but he doesn't feel like it's currently, so no. He wouldn't be making him move right now if the pup didn't delight in the thought right this instance. The dog got to stay. I said this makes no sense to me because you'll have to wake up from us sleeping to move him later. He doubled down. I focused on the second dog, who was stretched out to consume the entire right half of the bed. My husband laid between them, spooning him. That left a small 2 feet by 3 feet area in the upper left corner of the bed for me, and I wasn't allowed to accidentally let my foot touch them in a way that could put pressure on them. Obviously, I lost my shit at this point. Having read most of your comments, I started telling him this was insane. To grow up, to actually put me first, or go marry your dogs. I said this is so pathetic and embarrassing for me to be of less value than your dogs to you. You can't put your golden through slight discomfort and move them to the floor so your sick wife can sleep. He responds with, move to the guest room. I said no. He says, fine, I'll move to... Yes! This is what he should have done from the start. Honestly, I was saying this from the start. Why can't the dogs sleep? If they have to sleep like, you know, kings and queens on a bed, then just have the dog sleep on the guest room. Also, wasn't he complaining how they have too little space while they have a fucking guest room? Hey, Astralis. Real recognize real. Like, I wonder if his parents are rich and they paid for this house or something, you know, since he's lived with his parents, and I don't know. But yeah. I said I really want to actually spend time with you since my kiddo is out of town. We never spent time together. Let's both go to the guest room and the dogs can have our bed. He says no, it has to be just one of us because he wants the dogs to have one adult as a comfort present and both have full access to the bed. I obviously am floored at this point. Around this time, the dog that sleeps on the floor somehow moved himself off the bed to the floor, even though I didn't think he could without help due to his hips. My husband notices and instantly freaks out, asking if I made the dog get off the bed. I said no. He then says I should leave. I'm insane. He wants a divorce and they will always be more important to him. He slept holding them so gently and scrumptiously. So that's the story of how I'm sitting upstairs trying to figure out how to pack my stuff and leave to spend Christmas Eve and Christmas alone. Because I'm less than 2 dogs. Oh, and it's storming outside. Jesus Christ. Yeah, this is the story of a 34-year-old child. I mean, it doesn't sound like he actually ever loved her. I'm gonna be honest here. It doesn't sound like he actually loved her. Yeah, they should divorce. Yeah, this is why you gotta mature before you marry, 100%. Okay, there's no way this is real. How did he go from being told to get out and go to the guest room to begging him to spend time with you and value you? To him asking for a divorce, this is actually nuts. He's treating those dogs like he's married to them. You should have long ago been disgusted enough to leave him. Now it's his idea and he'll make you look insane. Either way, if this is real, run. Yeah. Yeah, she needs help too. I think she has better odds than him though, of like actually like getting help, you know? Alright. Let's do... What time is it? It's like 2 over here. We do one more story. One more story. I'm not sure she ever mentioned her age, to be honest. No, this is the other story. Wait. Until he... So she only mentions his age, actually, I think. We don't know. We just know he was 34 when they met. So we don't actually know her age. She might be super young, to be honest. This could be like an age gap thing, too. Well, we've already gone over that story, Astralis. If you wanna know everything about that story, you will have to check out that watch. Actually, I will probably also put out a video. First, I will put out a video of the stories yesterday, though. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be very low effort, but you know. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Um, but yeah, we don't actually know. Wait. God damn it! Am I the a-hole for telling her she's on her own after our dad died? All right, we'll just go with the random on the top one. Weep tube. I don't think I actually have enough weep content for Ed, you know? Unfortunately. I'm more like I'm a weep content consumer, not a weep content maker. Oh, you share your wall. Oh, that would be cool. That would be cool, Signal. For sure. Probably on Discord, right? Ah. Oh, you actually shared so much. Yes. Wait, let me show this. No, wrong scene. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's a really cool wall and nice new neon lights. But yeah, it looks really good. And yeah, we have here also the stickers and the little fluffy thing. Really cool. Really cool. Just recruit Bran and or Prince. I know. First, I guess I need to be recruited. But yeah, anyways. Am I the a-hole for telling her she's on her own after our dad died? Okay, she's 20 years old, female. Father, 56, died by ending his own life earlier this month. That is very sad. Leaving behind my siblings Josh and Ella. So Josh is 24, Ella is 18, so she's in the middle. Sandwich kid. Yeah, I think so too. Prince and Brand are like definitely live in different weeb worlds. He was a great dad and he loved us very much, although he had his mistakes. For context, my mom found out he had an affair with someone else shortly before I was born. She chose to stay and forgive him because she was under the impression that it was nothing more than a one-night stand and nothing would have come from it. About a year or two before his death, we found out we have a half-sister from him. Yvette, 19. She was handed over to my dad since her mom died, and we were all surprised by her existence. The family was torn apart because of her. Because she chose to pry her way into our father's life, and our poor mom had to just accept her in all. I mean, this is like. Jeez, I think we have one where the OP is the a-hole. I think this is we've spotted an a-hole. Every other one was obvious, and you know, once in a while, it's always so crazy to me. These people, like, they're like, oh yeah, the internet will agree with me. Holy shit. Like, literally zero empathy for the girl who grew up without her father. Imagine when you talk about a daughter trying to contact her father, the words you're choosing is, she's prying her way into our father's life. No, fuck off. It's her father too. Right? It's her father too. Your father fucked up. You should be mad at your father. Right? Your father, your father's responsibility. He fucked up. There's no prying her way. Like, this is crazy. Yeah, this is an insane sentence. Like, this is crazy. And then it even continues past that with, and our poor mom had to just accept her in our life. I mean, yes, like, you can have sympathy, obviously, for the mom because the dad had an affair, but Jesus Christ. Yeah, that too. It's like, she's your sister too. Like, and you should be ashamed. You should be ashamed, honestly, like that, like, or not ashamed, but like, you should be like also feeling embarrassed for that your father did not make this right. You should have you should feel like, since she's your family too, the need to make this right with that daughter, right? That daughter, like, is like, it doesn't matter that it was an affair or anything. Like, you know, the daughter has been born. She didn't have anything to do with the circumstances. Yeah, the daughter is a victim too. It's insane to me. Like, this is like extremely like crazy hatred towards. I wonder if, like, it's because she's like, oh, you know, our father was great, and, you know, just a few tiny flaws, you know. I wonder if the father kind of like influenced her that way, which would be crazy. I hope not, but, you know, that would make like, you know. But yeah, maybe she's projecting. Probably especially because the father took his life, to be fair, right? So she feels like, this is the point at which our lives like went south, and so, you know. But yeah. Our parents ended up divorced because of her. No. Your parents ended up divorced because your father had an affair. And he had a child with his affair partner. And my siblings and I resent her for that. Oh my God, it gets worse. She even acknowledges it. Like, you know, here I was like, okay, she doesn't even realize, you know, but she even acknowledges how they resent her. Yeah, that poor kid. Holy shit. That's crazy, right? Like, this is how, and like, they're like, look at their ages. 18 to 24, right? I would expect like young teenagers to react like this, right? Because they really can't like reflect yet, right? So they just, you know, as a group, you know, push away the outsider that's causing problems. Very normal. So I would expect young teenagers to react like this. But they're like adults. They're young adults. Like, this is crazy. Like, this is actually crazy levels of like dumb. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could be like, they just never grew up, right? And yeah, dense is a good word for it too, Asteral. It's just very dense. It's crazy. She tried to get close to us, but we all only did the bare minimum to be nice to her since we had a connection because of our dad. Now that our dad is gone, that connection is gone, and we have no obligation to her. On the day of his funeral, Yvette tried to talk to us, and we all just ignored her. She started hysterically sobbing while they buried my dad as if she had any real connection to him. She didn't, of course. I don't know why she cared so much. As we were leaving, she tried to follow us, and I finally told her to fuck off and go elsewhere. She moved out at 18, so it's not like she's going home with us. She tried to say that she just wanted to be with her family, and I told her that we aren't family and never would be, and that since my dad is gone, she's on her own now. We left her there and have blocked her on everything. Recently, our extended family found out, and now they're lambasting us for being mean to her. But the thing is, we shouldn't have to respect the girl who tore our family apart. Oh my god. It's just so hard to believe to me. Like, I can understand having those feelings, but like 3 seconds of common sense are like, oh yeah, I'm having these feelings, but they're not really like valid. Like, there's another person here with their own circumstances. Oh, Signal, you had also written a little bit about the wall, yeah. The sign of Gur, the green one, was the new one. Ah, I thought you had gotten the purple one. But yeah, the green neon sign makes sense too. It's clearly bait. No one can be that dense, right? I think especially these stories have like the highest potential of being real, right? Because like, you don't write fiction to be hated on the internet. Okay. My mom is on our side. Oh shit, I think it's the mom. The mom also decided to stay together with him, even though he cheated, right? So I think it's not that unlikely that it's the mom. My mom is on our side and agrees that she did this to herself, but none of our other family members will talk to us now and are in full support of her because they claim she did nothing wrong. I mean, they claim she did nothing wrong. Like, so they claimed this. Have you thought about it? So close. Yeah. What did she even do? Was I the a-hole? Please explain your mom's comment on how she did this to herself. And the daughter didn't tear the family apart. Their father did by having an affair, getting her pregnant. Yeah. Thank you so much for the award. Came here to say this. Everyone involved needs therapy. While you're allowed to choose who you have in your life, your anger is misdirected at her. For fuck's sake, she lost her mother, and that is why she came to your father. She didn't choose it, and she was hysterically crying because she is now an orphan. You all still have your mother. You were all betrayed by your father, not her. Yeah. I wonder if OP ever answered again. Yeah, really, I have a half-brother who's the result of my dad having an affair. We were never close growing up, but I never blamed him for his own existence or for the breakup of my mom and dad. There were enough problems before. I mean, it doesn't even matter. Like, it is the dad, the affair. It's not the kid. The kid didn't choose to be born. Yeah, this is the weird thing to say. She didn't pry her way into the family. She is your blood relative. Her mom died, so she went to live with her dad. As to you saying you don't know why she even cared, are you joking? That's her closest immediate family member. She's an orphan now. Sure, you don't have an obligation to her, but she's also didn't do anything wrong. Your dad did. I feel sad for your half-sister. She probably feels so alone in the world. I hope she goes on to live a life that is so full of love that she forgets about you and your siblings, yeah. This is very well put. Oh, Prince. Oh no, good night. Yeah, I might be very soon off. Why are people actually not like, everybody is like saying like, but nobody says like actually like you're the a-hole. I guess because she has a right to decide who's in her life, but yeah. You still sound very immature, yeah. She was your father's responsibility and a minor at the time. He had a moral and ethical obligation to look out for her. Neither you nor your mother had that obligation. Don't play this girl for trying to forge a relationship with the only blood relative she has left. But she didn't cause the divorce. This was just the straw that broke the camel's back. Stop blaming her for your father's failures. He caused this, not her. Wouldn't be surprised if you have more step siblings, yeah. Wait, this sounds like throw a wait a second. Holy shit. Look at the name. The hate. Throw away no Yvette. Yvette is that half sister. Hobby Hoof. Hello. My uncle had a long lost daughter appear. She's now really close with the whole extended family. That is really sweet. Like, I actually know I have like a no, like so my brother is actually my half brother, because we do have different fathers, right? Or we had different fathers, but my mom like raised us as a single mother, right? Both of us. So we are actually half siblings. It never really mattered, right? And I know my brother has another half sibling too. And like, I don't know, like obviously the circumstance is different because we never grew up with like, you know, a mother and father and like, you know, a healthy family, you know, in that sense. Though, but yeah, I don't know, like the thought of like blaming the affair on your on your half sibling is like crazy, like the failure of that relationship. And yeah, it's really weird. And yeah, it's like they are supposedly 18 to 24, but the way they react is like they're 14, right? Like 12 to 14. That's the way they react, with zero self-reflection. Welcome back, Prince. You made it before I'm leaving. Either, yeah, Signal says either it's fake or someone really wanting validation for being an a-hole to someone. Yeah, I don't think people write fiction on Reddit to be hated. I unless it's like, I don't know, they came up with the story and like wanna like prove a point, maybe. But you know, I think like, you know, it is really funny that like people generally come here to find validation, and it's really funny when you have someone who's clearly the a-hole thinking they will get that validation. I think that one actually I already know. I've heard I've heard that one. The Reddit addiction. It's too much, chat. It's too much. Wait, let me actually, let's go back on. Just one more, mom. Yes. But yeah, Hobby, this is like really nice. And like, yeah, I obviously, like, even though the reaction of those siblings is poor, you don't necessarily, obviously, you don't have an obligation towards, you know, half siblings to have a relationship with them. Like, there is no obligation, but like blaming them is obviously completely over the top. And yeah, I would feel bad, right? Like if I knew of a half sibling and my parent would have neglected their responsibility towards that half sibling, I would feel embarrassed for my parent, right? I would want them to make it right because I would feel embarrassed for my parent. Like that's, I think, what the normal adult reaction would be. This one sounds kind of funny too. Am I the a-hole for not wanting my wife and mother-in-law to keep reminding me to keep my voice down before every family gathering? I wonder if he's just like screaming. Everybody loves him, but he just has one flaw. He's always screaming. And like, I know I can be pretty loud too. So maybe I can even relate a little bit here. I, 45 male, don't have... He's just a little guy with a big voice. I know, right? Yeah. That's like kind of what I'm imagining. Like, he's just like this sweetest guy. Everybody loves him, but he just like this one tiny problem. Maybe like after the first beer, he starts screaming everything. I, 45 male, don't have living parents, so all family gatherings are with my wife, 36, family. Ooh. 9 years age difference. Though I think at this age, it's not that crazy anymore. I mean, we obviously don't know how long they've been together, but I think at this age, it's not that crazy anymore. Depends a little bit on life phases and what they want and, kids, shit like that. Early on, I often felt like an outsider at these events. Her father made it clear he didn't think I was good enough for his daughter, and her mother and I had a strained relationship due to our differing religious beliefs. I'm an atheist, she's a devoted Christian. Classic. This dynamic left me mostly quiet and withdrawn during gatherings for years. Then, a few years ago, something shifted. At a Thanksgiving dinner, I finally felt like a part of the family, but oh no. But then I started screaming. I had 2 to 3 glasses of wine, loosened up and participated, laughing, joking, and engaging with everyone. For the first time, I felt like I belonged. That's sweet. But that feeling didn't last. On the way to Christmas dinner that same year, my wife gave me a talk in the car about keeping my voice down. Oh no! Oh no! Oh God! So he had such a good time for the first time. He was joking, laughing, had such a good time, and the family was like, he's too loud. Oh, God. I feel so bad for him. Crazy. My wife gave me a talk in the car about keeping my voice down, citing her father's migraines. She said I'd been too loud at Thanksgiving. While I know I can get enthusiastic and my volume rises when I'm excited, her comment caught me off guard and deflated me. Then, while we were still on the road, I got a text from my mother-in-law with the same message. Please be quieter this time? I felt like they teamed up to police my... Jesus Christ. Honestly, I wouldn't even visit that family anymore. Okay, I guess they just don't like me, right? I would just not go anymore. And it's crazy that his wife is in on this. To be fair, they weren't entirely wrong. I can be loud when I'm excited. But the way they deliver this. Yeah, but okay, but why wouldn't you bring it up the moment it happens? What the fuck is this? A message before arrival? Please be quieter this time? Hello? Communication skill 0? Divorce. Yeah, divorce. Like, if I was written like if I got a message like this, like from, you know, the parents of my partner, I would be like, okay, I don't think they like me. I will just spend the evening somewhere else. Okay, I will just, you know, boop. And if my partner like doubled down on this, I'd be like, you know, but yeah. Yeah, it's like 10 minutes before you arrive. Like, this is like just such weird behavior. Such weird behavior. I can be loud when I'm excited, but this was the second time in 10 minutes I was being told to tone it down. Instead of feeling welcome, I felt rejected, embarrassed. Yeah, exactly. Like, the way this is like handled is like actually like crazy. It seems spiteful. It literally seems spiteful. It shattered the enthusiasm I'd finally found with her family, and sure enough, I was sullen and withdrawn that Christmas. I felt like the outsider all over again. Yeah, 100%. Since then, this has become a pattern. Before every gathering, whether at the house, a restaurant, even loud ones, or even events, I get reminders from both my wife and mother-in-law to keep my voice down? Bruh. They felt like the evening they told him to shut it was a success. He wasn't a nuisance that evening. So they kept doing it. Because they were like, oh, finally we have the evening we envisioned. That is insane. And every time it crushes my desire to participate. It's hard not to see it as them prioritizing her father's comfort over my feelings of inclusion. The constant reminders make me feel like I'm an embarrassment to them, yeah? Like, there's no way he's still being too loud, right? When he's just feeling like an outsider and doesn't want to be there. I know I'm taking this personally, but it's hard not to. I don't need the reminders anymore. I'm well aware of the issue by now. But the repeated warnings only deepen the wedge I feel between me and the family. This morning, my wife reminded me again to keep it down at tonight's Christmas dinner. I'm already dreading the text I expect to get from my mother-in-law later today. I can't help but feel resentful, like they've conditioned me to avoid engaging entirely. Yeah, that's honestly what it sounds like. They don't want him to engage at all. It's crazy. Am I the a-hole? Am I being too sensitive about a legitimate health concern for my father-in-law? Or are they overstepping by handling this in a way that guarantees I never fully be comfortable around them again? Like, when he's loud, like, at an occasion, just tell him right then and there. Like, be like, shh, you know? Like, it's not the most comfortable thing either, but that's, like, how you do it as family, right? And eventually you'll like, that's how you proper condition without being an asshole. And like, yeah, it sounds like they literally just don't want him to participate at all. And it's crazy that the wife is kind of like in on this and not trying to integrate him, include him. Like, as a wife, you would wanna like integrate your partner and not exclude him. It's so weird. Like, even if the issue was there, you would try to find a way for, like, you would, like, you know, especially the wife should be like, okay, whenever he's too loud, I will now, you know, give him a little pinch, like, you know, we agree on a sign. If I'm not supposed to say something, we agree on a sign, something, right? Especially the wife should work to fix this and integrate him, and like should want like a healthy relationship between him and the family. This is like really weird to me. Like, does the wife even love him? Simply tell them both that you got the message the first time and they do not need to constantly remind you. Yeah, like, seriously, Sleepy, right? It sounds like she doesn't even like wanna integrate him. The reasoning of it is BS, as if her dad has a migraine at every get-together. You're not wrong, but I would suggest simply monitoring your tone, and if you don't feel like going or don't feel welcome, don't go. Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't go. Like, at some point, I would just be like, yeah, okay, fuck it, you know? I'm not going. The fact, like, maybe if they plead with me, yes, then I go, right? But if all I'm getting, like, is like, you know, please don't talk, then, you know, I will just not go. And if they then ask, oh, please come, then I will probably still come. But like, if they don't, then, you know, then it's all good and settled. Right? And I have better things to do. All right. And the fact that your wife does nothing to include you is very telling as well. Yeah, exactly. That's a subject for another post. And that other post is divorce. Since my volume is never low enough to please you and your family, I shall stay silent at dinner by not attending. The most respectful thing I can do for a father-in-law's fragile health is not exacerbate it. Have a wonderful evening. Say that to your wife, yeah. Wonder if the OP ever said anything more. Honestly, I would be angry and probably say something like, this seems to be a real issue with your family and yourself. You clearly don't think I'm capable of remembering this. So let me do you all a favor. I will stay home and celebrate with friends who are okay with me as I am. Yeah, it does enter a little bit of like petty territory, right? I think I would be a lot more honest about this and less petty, you know? I just tell how I feel, like how it makes me feel, right? You can just be open and honest and like how it makes you feel not welcome, right? Like I think this enters a little bit more petty, vengeful territory. It's not good, like, or spiteful. Petty, spiteful territory. I don't think that's a good tone either. I have social anxiety to the point I do not attend certain types of events. The cause is behavior like this by my caregivers as a reaction to the fact that I totally lack awareness of how loud I am if I'm relaxed and comfortable. I stopped going to any and all family social events as soon as I became old enough to stay behind and learned to never relax and enjoy myself socially. By my 20s, my social anxiety was crippling and triggering depression that nearly killed me. I got lucky and got a therapist instead. It totally blew my mind when she told me that I am not solely responsible for monitoring everybody's comfort level, and trying to make them comfortable. That I can expect others to communicate their needs to me, exactly. That apparently this is how normal people are able to have fun. They trust others to tell them in the situation, exactly. Should be told in the situation. This right here, people communicate, that's how adults behave. So father-in-law doesn't want to, and what? Mother-in-law and wife are the messengers? Are they the ones bothered? Yeah, actually, this is also an interesting point. Are they? Maybe it's not. I kind of assumed they are the ones bothered, and the father-in-law story is just like a. But maybe it is the father-in-law, and the father-in-law has like even lesser communication skills. Now, you should treat them with the same level as respect. You expect from them. First, address it to your father-in-law directly. 2, tell your mother-in-law you're thankful for the remainder, but you'd like her not to do so every time, and that from now on you'll address it directly with your father-in-law or wife. Have a talk with wife, a serious one, and get to an agreement on times you'd like her to step up for you. Yeah, this is fair. Yes, thank you. I should hydrate. God, chat. I have been streaming today. I started stream today before 11 a.m. my time. Which is like 15 hours ago, okay? I started stream 15 hours ago. Took a small break. Like I had like a food break of like 20 minutes, and then I had like another quick break like of 30 minutes, so not even an hour break. It's a Christmas miracle. Tell your wife to go on her own. Celebrate at home and be as damn loud as you want. You want a super tired FF stream again, where an hour of progress is lost. Yeah, that's an old... For that, we need to play an old FF. Okay. Not the a-hole. It's one thing for your wife to bring it up once in a while, but this constant reminder routine is crossing a line. You're a grown man, not a child. Yeah. Why do you keep going to these things? Yeah. God, I wish there was an update on this one. It's really weird to me. I feel like there's more to this. Old FF? I wasn't streaming FF yet at that time you joined Astralis. At the time you joined, I was streaming Hearthstone, and we streamed one, like, I've forgotten actually the name of it, but there was like Friday evenings, like one RPG which was not FF, that I streamed a little bit after Hearthstone. But maybe we chatted about FF, but yeah, the first year I didn't stream any FF. Well, okay, almost, but like, yeah, like at least like the first few months, basically. I do remember like later, but like, you know, the first few months I never streamed any FF. But yeah. Anyways, chat, it's really fun. I'm really enjoying it, but my voice is dying a little, and it has been 15 hours, so it is time to finally, you know, take my leave. Thank you all for hanging out. I wish you all a beautiful Christmas. I hope you're having a great Christmas Eve. And just one more, Mom. No, I can't. My voice is really dying. And I might return tomorrow. I mean, not just might. I will probably return tomorrow. So if you're at home tomorrow, you don't have any family gatherings, feel free to tune in again. We'll probably play some Bloomtown. We'll probably read some more Reddit. And yeah, no, thank you for the Christmas company. Yeah, I hope you're having a grand time, and you all know that, you know, you're loved by someone, somewhere, even if you're not today spending some time with them. But yeah, have a beautiful night or whatever time it is for you, and I shall see you tomorrow. And if you're new to the stream and enjoyed it, please consider to drop a follow. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.